I drive my car up to the lake as if there's someone to awake. I haven't been to bed for days, I live in a twilight haze. And I set my heart to the setting sun, and I hope that no one else has done it. And the drinks are never far, open up the bar.
That's right.
My name is Milton. We don't mess with no Stilton.
Not in the cheapest.
We live in it here up at Pilgrim. Like we could really,
Pilgrim. Yeah, try Pilgrim on that one.
we could really get it going.
But I'll jump in from time to time.
You should. That'd
Sweet.
be good.
How's the volume and stuff?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
That's
oh my
good.
God, these
Do you
are
want to
incredible
just move those around the
microphones.
place? I mean, well, you don't have to move them, but if you feel like you do, just go for it.
Oh my gosh, this is a really nice mic, David. Whoa, how expensive is that?
Good question.
Good question.
I don't really remember. Oh, the Goldman guy. He's the window cleaner dude. He's all right. Hey,
Hey, kitty.
you what?
I think he's asking if...
Oh, one of the windows cleaned.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They already look really clean. You've got a clean establishment.
Thank you. You've got a very nice hairdo, Rebecca. I love it.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I do quite often get complimented on the mullet, and I don't know why, because it's like a half and half. Some people love it, and then some people are like, ew, and I'm like, yeah, it's a bit aggressive, but I just love it.
No, it's great. Hey, thanks for coming in so early. We've we were just talking before and how this kind of happened. Yeah. I was just driving along in my little car, listening to RDU, and heard a funny interview, and I was kind of cracking up and I was kind of curious. And to be fair, I only heard about 3 or 4 or 5 minutes of it.
Yeah.
And then I got home, and first of all, I looked up the band that you were interviewing.
Oh, yes.
St. Peter's Thursday.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? And I listened to them, and my mouth was open.
Yeah.
And I was like, far out. And then I did a little bit more exploring, and I discovered yourself. Yeah. And then I discovered your Instagram page, and I went down that little rabbit hole, and Tealskie.
Yes. Oh my
which
God.
I wanted to say.
No way.
I really want to say, which might piss you off. Tealskie.
Yeah, Tealskie.
Does anyone say Tealskie? Yeah.
No, that's actually, Tealskie is the first. We constantly get,
right.
they'll be like, Tealskie. And I'm like, ski slope. Like, that sounds nice. But yeah, no, it's definitely like a very, like, I'm not, oh my gosh, I'm so different. It's such an interesting name. No, but it is. It's like a bit of a weird one. It was literally like, I was listing off all of these different names from like the 90s from like so many different like bands and stuff, and it's like Sublime, like Incubus, and then I was like Tealskie, and I was like, oh damn, it actually sits like quite nice. And
it does.
And then the most ironic part is just for some reason no one else has called themselves that. Like if you Google it, like there's actually like no on Spotify, like there's
Brilliant.
actually the only other Tealskie is me on an account like a year ago, and I couldn't set it up right, so it's like real messed up. But like,
the Christchurch bus service, they just changed the colours of their buses to teal, and I was going, is there some sort of weird link
that
there?
was me. I called them up.
Yeah.
Can we? Yeah.
No, but it is. There's loads of things that have changed it to TLA. Like even the Auckland Sky Tower last night was like lit up.
Teal.
Yeah.
Well, teal's on the up and up.
Yeah, teal's on the horizon, guys.
You're like riding the teal wave.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Skiing the teal wave.
Ooh, teal skiing.
So Bex, and the more I kind of dug around and sort of, and look, I probably didn't find anything. Like
I don't even know.
Everything. Not anything, everything. But you're a legit musician, right?
I guess you could call me that. I don't know.
You're a muso.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It's a really weird one because the band that I'm in, because like I was one who was like, oh, like I had this little solo project last year because I was like, oh, I'm so angsty coming from like a very heavily religious background. Like my parents are like very devout Catholic, and there's nothing wrong with that, like at all. It was just like me growing up. I was like, oh, I don't think this sits with me. And so then I literally had all this stuff happen, made Parasite, like literally sat in my parents' driveway in the car on Ableton and was just like, I'm gonna mix it and master it. I just uploaded it and was just like, lol, I just need to get this out because I'm just like upset, man. And I was just like, and then RDU, funnily enough, just kind of literally like this situation were like, hey, who are you? And I was like, what? Wait, what? And then I met Tim, who's just like, oh my God, like he literally knows how to play the bagpipes. Like he's a guitarist and a songwriter and he can sing, he can play the drums and the bass, but he's actually like professionally trained in the bagpipes, which is crazy. And then Anand, who's the lead singer for St. Peter's Thursday, is our bassist. So it's pretty crazy. And then Elliot Miller is this incredible, like, he also does DJing, like on the decks and stuff as Rotter as well as Nectar. He was also the drummer for Soul Drop, and he's been like a session drummer and a drum tech for like loads of people. So it's really funny whenever people will be like, "You're a legitimate musician." I'm like, I don't know about that one because I'm like, am I? I think they might be, and I'm just like a dumbass that's got a microphone, and I'm like, la la la.
No, you've got an amazing voice. Like,
thank you.
Like because you're our first musician. That's come on the podcast, basically. I'm going to say things that are perhaps inappropriate. You're better.
No, that's
you're better.
Great.
But I mean, like Julia Deans. Do you know of Julia Deans from Fur Patrol? The Kiwi singer?
Gosh,
like
that does sound familiar.
Yeah, real strong, beautiful voice.
Yeah.
Shunk. It really embodies the song, and you know, it's not kind of like back in the background there. It's just like boom.
She's just like, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm present.
And as is yours. It's just incredible.
Oh, no way. Thank you.
So that's cool.
No, thank you so much. Seriously, that's been
and so you've got 2 singles recorded.
Yes.
And do you have a whole load of other little songs up your sleeve which you're kind of crafting slowly?
Definitely. It's a bit of a funny one because we do like we'll apply for like support acts and just like all these slots or like festivals and stuff, and then like quite often, because I'm like the main point of contact, they'll hit me back and they're like, do you have any other songs other than this? And we're like, we do.
2 songs set.
Yeah, legit. We're a 2-song set. Thank you so much, guys. Like, we can go home. No, but it is, because it's pretty funny, because it's like you look up Tealskie and you're like, oh, okay, like, who are these guys? And it's literally this terribly recorded song called Parasite, which has no involvement from anyone other than myself. But it kind of a little bit slaps. And then there's Flown Away, which is like this beautiful, like, almost like, I don't even know what to call it, like ballad almost. I don't even know, like psychedelic ballad. I'm unsure. But then if you come to a Tealskie show, like it's probably going to make me sound crazy when I say this, but like I'm so inspired by like Courtney Love and like Hayley Williams. So I literally go on stage and I'm like, and like dead staring people, but like not in that way, because the way I see it is I'm like, I want to perform. Like I don't want to be like, I don't want to get up on that stage and people go, oh, she sounded nice, and then they just walk away. I want them to be like, what the fuck? And quite often it does happen. Like I'll perform and like alongside the boys, and like everybody in the audience will just be like, holy moly, those guys as instrumentalists, they're incredible. And then they'll just almost always be like to me, like, damn, like, are you all good? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm just like, let's get it out, like, let's go. So I'll be like improv rapping, like just freestyling, screaming, just all of it. It's just like, what do you even call that? I don't know.
Performance, I guess.
Chaos.
Yeah.
That energy that got you in the car in making Parasite. Disenfranchisement. How do you say that word? Can't say that word today, this morning. But,
I love that.
But your dislike with your family, the Roman Catholic stuff.
Yeah.
Man, what an engine, a driving engine.
Yeah. It's a...
so a lot of that passion and power.
It's a huge driving engine because, like, especially it's quite ironic that you started off with, like, the mullet chat, like, right from the get-go, because, again, it's, like, quite a masculine, like, look that I have. Like, I'm just very comfortably like, yep, I'm a woman, like, I'm a badass woman, but it's a really, like, masculine look, and it definitely goes against everything within Catholicism. So it's quite interesting because just growing up and going to churches and just being in that environment, it was quite isolating because I was like, I'm looking around and everyone's in all these little dresses and I would rather die than be in that dress. And then it's like I look at my confirmation photo and I'm like beaming and I'm smiling, but then I'm like, I don't actually know if I did feel that way like on that day. And then I went to Villa Maria College as my high school, and I will like till the day I die, I really dislike that place.
Yeah.
It was really sad watching
Yeah.
so many beautiful women, especially in that place, go through it and just get like torn apart by either like the terrible principal that was there, or the awful guidance counselor that wouldn't listen to you, or nothing was actually right. And then it was really sad because it was almost like those in school environments almost like create like, it's not like pitting against each other, but it almost does, because you're all high schoolers, you're all fueled with all these emotions, these traumas, you go home, shit's happening, and maybe you've got a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whatever, and it's just not all goods, and you've got all these things. And it was like really interesting leaving high school. And then I definitely held a lot of anger and resentment towards a lot of my year level, because I did finish the year, and we had graduation, and it was like really sad because everybody went to like befores and they all got dressed up and stuff, and no one invited me to like anything. Like I literally just like put on my dress, which I didn't want to wear. I put it on, and I literally just got driven by my parents to my graduation, and then just drove straight back home. It literally 2019 had like not that many friends, and I was like, whoa. And so then 100%, when you have all that driving force, it was literally like I released Parasite and was like, whoa. And then it's quite funny because the version on Spotify is actually so, I would say, weak in comparison to the live performance, because obviously Anand being from St. Peter's Thursday, the holy moly, the driving, and then we've got Elliot, who's already like, he's literally like a jazz drummer, but he can do metal, he can do everything, and so he's going like dun, 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 dun. Tim's just wailing it on the freaking high notes, and I'm just like, what is up? Because the thing I love to do is just like literally just stare at people. Like I'll just stare at you like this for like a minute and a half on the stage, and it's a bit like, I've had people be like, oh my god, I'm so scared, and I'm like, good, because why are you scared? Is it because I'm like a strong feminine woman? Is that what you're scared of? Or is it, do I look angry? Like what is it? You'll never know.
Well,
I reckon they're scared of their own essence and inner being inside of them. That's because if they're connected with that inside of themselves, they go, I know where you're at. I don't know.
I actually know.
Quick guess.
Oh, that's really good, by the way, David.
Cool. Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate. That's a really good hot chocolate. But
man.
No, that's actually a really good point, because it seems like whenever we're at the dark room and stuff like that, obviously, like that's the culture for it. It's the culture for the chaos. It's the culture for the locals. So, massive shout out to Feather and the team there, because like whenever we're there, it's incredible. Like Space Academy, 12 Bar, rest in peace. Honestly, that's really sad. But we did a show opening for the Grogans at the church pub, like that new one on Manchester, and it was really ironic being in a church again, especially one that was quite, it's like very well looked after, and there's the whole like stained glass windows. So I did walk in, and I had this moment of like, oh my god, and then I was like, actually no, like this is actually quite cool. Like it's a full circle moment in a way. It's like didn't feel comfortable in churches when I was younger being like what I thought I had to be, and now I am who I am, and like I've been requested to be in this church, which is weird. So I was like, okay. And then we did our performance, and we purposely like, we had to switch it because the Grogans are obviously like surf rock, and so they're like you're the lemon to my lime, and it's like really gorgeous. And so we started it off with all of this stuff, and then there were a lot of girls in the audience, and it was quite funny because they were definitely reminding me of like my high school. And so I was standing there, and then it was almost like this weird moment where I just stood there, and one of my friends, Tay, was in the audience, and I just remember it so vividly. She was just looking at me, and we were just like, we're gonna fucking say that, and just literally like Anand's, he kicked his bass, Tim's going down on the drums, like the plastic holders that were holding like little poster things just went down, like cops showed up because apparently it was really loud, like, and we were just like, oh okay, and I'm just on that stage, like, and it's quite cool because in the photos of it, it's like you've got the stained glass window, and then you've just got me fully tatted, like not fully, but like quite a lot of tattoos, super aggressive mullet. People in the audience, I think, thought I was a dude, and then they were like, wait, what? Like it was just such a fun little like, lol. Yeah. It was really
well, I mean,
cool.
And in that space, you don't want to be lukewarm. You don't want to be, you will be remembered.
I was imagining this stained glass window with
Yeah, imagine if
with
that
Bex in
With
your church with your own stained glass windows.
What would the poses be? That's the thing. It's like one with like barber shears. No,
all of it.
Just all of that.
That full circle moment, man.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
legit. Oh, thank you.
That is cool.
He's such a cutie.
Hey,
I am.
You are.
I went to Canterbury University yesterday.
Oh my god, no way!
And it was a marketing course, and it was pretty dry.
It was pretty dry. Yeah.
I had to excuse myself halfway through.
Nope, fair enough.
But on the place where I chose to sit was this magazine.
Oh my
and I picked it up, flipped through it.
Oh my god.
And it was bloody boring. There was all this writing, and then I got to a photograph of a band, and I looked at it, and I was like, Tealskie.
There's Helen Clark in the flesh.
There you go. That's right. That guy's sitting on his guitar.
Yeah.
So that was cool. That was just like, whoa.
Yeah.
And this was planned. That little course that I was meant to do was planned weeks ago. One of those, what do you call that, Milton? Serendipitous.
Ooh.
Oh no, just the fact that the magazine was on the table where I sat down. Yeah.
No, that
and
is.
then it was like,
that's the word in your
there
song.
you go. You're there.
Right? Serendipity, isn't it?
No. Oh,
sorry.
Oh.
I thought it was serendipity. I read that in a song lyric. Is that in one of your song lyrics? Serendipity.
You just took me back to having a really weird moment because when I was a solo, I had a song called Sweet Serendipity, like literally, but it's not released. Let's look at the camera right now. What is going on? This is 100% the universe is like, y'all need to meet because that is so weird how you found me. You just
that was like on the 6th floor. I just went up to the 6th floor of this building at university. And I mean, obviously, Cantor's going to be at the university, right? But
that's like an old issue. That was from like.
Is it?
Yes, because it's really funny you say marketing because I've got no idea how to do management or marketing. Like I'm literally just the way I put it. I'm raw dog in the business with it. I'm just going with it.
Yeah.
Chill. I can't actually 100% remember how we got put in that, but someone messaged us or something, and then I was like, oh, yo, da-la-la-la. And then, it is pretty crazy, because oh my gosh, that's so funny. I just haven't seen that magazine in ages. That's so buzzy.
How old is that magazine?
Oh, I've got no idea. I just thought it was the current one.
It's from like June.
But I don't go to university.
Oh, yeah, that's maybe last quarter.
Are you?
Yes,
it's a good way to be. University
it's a pretty good way to be. Yeah, I was doing a psych degree and then was just like, what? What am I doing? And was like, I'm out.
Well,
see ya.
You woke up. Many people don't. Many people don't.
I read that and I said, I see myself. See ya. No, but it did. It was real weird. It was like I finished high school, 2019, did a gap year, and just like literally worked full time at Burger Fuel, which was really funny. And then from 2020 and 2021, I was at the University of Canterbury doing like a psych degree, and then I think I switched it to like English or something, like halfway through. Like it was fun, but again, I was there and I was like, this isn't the best place. Is that me?
Oh, that's my alarm.
You. Oh, no, it's not me.
It's quite nice. I need to wake up.
You need to wake up. Wake him up.
It's quite
quadruple shot
when
coffee.
I realised I've been asleep this whole time.
I would probably go. I would go to sleep.
Pinch myself.
Pinch me.
No, seriously. I've had some crazy dreams lately.
Is real. I'm not even here. I'm a figment of your imagination. No, I'm kidding. What have your dreams been? Are you okay? Are you not sleeping? Is that why?
Yeah, Dave.
Okay? I don't think we should go there. Well, 100%. We could go there. No, I'm doing a lot of weird stuff. I've got a friend that is very ill, and I'm doing a crazy carnivore diet, which is just ridiculous. Yeah. And then I'm very busy and doing lots of things. Yeah. I don't recall what my dream is now, but when I woke up, I knew what it was about. What? But I do have a lot of kind of podcast dreams because what I often do is I turn up here, I set it all up, and then I have forgotten something.
True.
So that's quite a common little thing. Happens in real life, but it also happens in my dreams.
Are you like ADHD or anything? Or
I think I could. No, I'm not. But
right.
If I turned up at an office and sat down and talked to them, perhaps.
Probably.
Yeah. Who knows?
No,
I just drink too much coffee, I think.
I think that's pretty cool. You're like just like a little walking like coffee bean. Just didn't. I love that.
Yeah, I'm trying to decaffeinate myself.
You've got that weird sort of carnivore diet flu thing going at the moment.
The keto flu.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The keto? Wait, what is this?
Well, have you heard of keto? So it's high fat, low fiber, low carbs, high fat, right?
Yeah.
And then what's happened is there's a whole bunch of people, and it was my sister. She got terrible migraines, right?
Oh no, poor love.
Like every month she'd have like 15 migraines or something. They were crippling. Like crippling.
Yeah, that's...
And so she was, she would have done anything to stop these migraines. And she found this woman in America, and she's a scientist, and she talks about the science of what's going on in your body, how sugar affects you, and have another sip of that hot chocolate.
Yeah, sip of that hot chocolate.
Just enjoy that. And so her way, there's this elimination diet called the Lion Diet, where you just basically eat ruminant meat, which is like cow or lamb, and you drink water and eat salt.
Do you eat like
Salt,
slabs
water.
of butter as well?
Butter's cool.
Yo.
Yep. So then there's the hardcore, that's the hardcore carnivore, and then it kind of goes back. I've just been doing kind of like an animal kind of thing.
I love that.
Like, so milk, cheese, eggs, cream, butter, and meat.
Yeah.
But it takes for a while for your body to change.
Kick in and adapt.
Yeah, so...
Well, I mean, the thing is like, when I think about it, like, if we go back in time, obviously, like, modern medicine and everything, we've had to, like, adapt and overcome, and, like, obviously, like, back in the day, like, I would have been 16, had a kid, and then died by, like, 20, like, you know what I mean? Like, that was the way it was. But they did, they did live off that, so it's kind of like, it does make sense, because even my uncle Liam over in Australia, I went over there in May as just for like a little family thing, and I was like, hey, and he's sitting there just like literally eating steak and slabs of butter, and I was like, Uncle Liam, like, what are you doing? And he was literally like, no, like, I've lost this much weight, like, his like artery health, and which is really funny because my father's a cardiovascular professor, so like my dad's even like, what because his heart and everything, it's like, I think it's doing like,
it's kind of controversial, but it's so my sister she no longer gets migraines, right?
That's amazing.
She no longer gets them,
Oh,
and so a lot of people with quite serious health problems are engaging in this because they will do anything to heal themselves. And a lot of them are getting healed. I'm sure there's some people it's not working for. And personally, I don't even feel like I need to be on it, which is kind of silly. So I was doing it out of support for this friend that's very ill.
Of course.
So yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So that's a crazy thing.
Are we on a tangent?
But I kind of love that.
We've
got to love a tangent. That's like 24/7 whenever I talk. Whenever anybody is like, Becca, they'll be like, Becca, how's the weather today? And then I'm like, 20 minutes later, I'm like, and did you know that like when I was 5, and it's like, where did that come from? Like, so again, like who knows? Got to love a bit of a tangent, but legit, like it makes sense though. If your body's feeling
that's
still
amazing
alive,
it's cured your migraines.
It's an electrolyte imbalance and something to do with salts and sugar and how your body processes sugar and things. But there's a period of transition, and that can be quite intense. Your liver, I didn't realise your liver actually stores sugar and it will release it when your body needs it. But because we're constantly we're constantly feeding. Sorry about the hot chocolate. Cool. Like bad news. Because we're constantly feeding ourselves sugar and carbohydrates, which convert sugar, our liver doesn't have a job to do, basically. Yeah, so I've cut out carbs and sugar, and so just eating a lot of meat. So what I've found is I used to have crashes. Like, I would just be like, I would have a big breakfast, and then a matter of hours later, I'd be super hungry, and I'd start crashing. So then I'd go and I'd just stuff my face full of bread sandwiches or whatever, and
yummy,
honey and peanut butter, yum, and then that would kind of bring me back up.
Bring you back up.
So it's all to do with your blood sugar. Yeah, but now that I'm just eating meat, I'm just freaking level as.
You're just. I was about to say,
it's crazy.
My dumbass was about to say he's just plateauing. I mean,
plateauing.
You're just
no, you're right.
Great.
And even waking up in the morning, I feel a lot more kind of steady throughout the day.
That is so good. Like, I literally just like cannot relate. I literally live off Coca-Cola. Yeah. It's so bad.
2 weeks ago, I was the same. I was like, nuts. This is insane.
Maybe I'm going to walk out this door a new woman, and I am going to be I'm just going to go, give me a slab of steak, mate. Is there a bar next
Well, I think there needs to be like like that reason for anyone to do anything. Like you need to be driven, like you were in that thing.
Definitely.
Like that, and that creates a reaction. But a lot of the carnivores are quite evangelistic in that once they find it, they think everyone should be on it and stuff, which I'm not into.
And it's so highly ironic because I feel like that is that way for like so many different things.
I thought you said erotic.
That is highly erotic. I love evangelistic. Yummy. No, but it is. It's like, it's quite funny. Like it is. It's almost like there are quite a lot of groups where it will be like that. Like obviously you've got like a lot of my friends are vegan and they are not anywhere like that. But you do have like the extreme vegans that are like that, and like the extreme religion people, and like even as well like the extreme gays and stuff like that as well, that are like dink 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 dink, and it is like whoa okay
it moves into this sort of dictatorial,
it does,
egoic status.
Oh my
you
gosh,
know, all of that.
Milton on the what is this? This is crazy.
It's your mullet. It's inspiring me, mate. That is just sending out vibes.
It is. It's sending out. It is quite glorious fun. No, I shaved my head for cancer last year in August. And this is what's growing back, and I'm actually like, it's pretty long. Like I can hear it past the headphones.
Must be nice
fun.
just going.
Yeah, it is actually. It is quite fun. I'm not gonna lie, but no, but it is. It's really funny that you say that because it is almost like an ego thing. Because then it's like,
it is.
If you don't, because it is also within barbering. Oh my goodness, there are so many egos within barbering.
Yeah.
Even like, and that's not even just like Christchurch as a whole, like Otautahi, we have just like, oh my gosh, like you've got to put some respect on like my father's barber.
Trim that ego bit.
Yeah. Trim that
fucking ego.
He's a really good example of that though. Like he was just like, boom, here's a book. She's not your rehab. I'm actually, do you know what? I'm going to leave barber. Well, not leave, but like semi-leave barbering and go and actually just become like what would you even call him? Like I don't know, just like a really amazing guy that's going around and he's doing these talks and being like, let's talk about like when people are upset, when men go through trauma and they need to cry. And I'm like 100% like the biggest thing that I love about being a super masculine woman within this industry is I am kind of like like I've had like just no barbers, just clients be like to me before, like, ooh, like what is this? Like, you know, like, can you even cut my hair? Like, who are you? And then like while I've been cutting their hair, I've been like dictating me along the way, and I've just been like, yeah, 100%, like you keep telling me what to do, like it's all good, like I don't care. But it is really fun because when you do become someone that kind of goes up against it, or you do align with a lot of those things, but you're not actually like that, it is quite like I don't know, it's like a really weird thing, because I guess in a way people will like probe you to turn that way. Does that make sense?
Say that again.
Like people like just within any of those ones, like when people aren't so like, I don't know if I'm making any sense, but
I know what you mean. Yeah, there's an expectation. Like you're not in the mold.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you've
100%.
You've broken it, and people are kind of like, they don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, it's kind of like, what the heck? What is that?
And it makes them, like you say, their insecurity starts kind of shaking a little bit.
Oh, 1,000%. Like, I literally got hate crime in a toilet up in Auckland. Like a man like pushed me up against a wall in a toilet because he thought I was because he thought I was a dude. He was he was like, oh my God, bro, get out of the toilets. And then his girlfriend was like, what the hell are you doing in here? And I was like, I could show you my tits. And then they literally both were like, what? And then I was like, yeah. And like, it's happened before, like even in Christchurch, like I'll walk around and it's like, it's really interesting because then again, like in a way it almost does come back. God, whenever I like it turns into like a really niggly subject really quickly, I think. But like the whole trans debate is because I am going against the norm, but I don't ever want to invalidate like any person that is trans or like non-binary and like looks like me. I don't want them, like, do you know what I mean? Like it's such like a weird thing because I'll be like, no, like I'm a woman and I'm really proud and strong within like my androgyny and everything like that, because I love it. I just love mixing the masculine and female elements. But then I'm like, oh my gosh, like I just do in a way feel really bad like for like, you know, trans brothers and sisters and when they have like just the
I think happen. You know, look, some people or some, I don't know whether it's an ideology or a personality or something, but you know, there can be a brittleness about some people and a fragileness, and maybe they're not, you know, they're almost like a broken vase that have kind of been stuck back together, and maybe they're kind of like, you know, don't hurt me again, I don't want to be hurt, and there's a few barriers and layers.
That's a great little picture of fragility.
Well, I mean, I don't want to. They might not be either. They might just be 100% strong and not at all like, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I don't want to imply that people are kind of broken. But there's a strength, and
100%. Like literally, like on the Saturday night, like I was, it's so ironic because I'm at Hayley Paramore, the Paramore concert, because Hayley Williams is like, I was 12 years old and I was like, you're the whole reason why I want to do music, and I'm like, literally, she's about to come on, and then it happened, and I was just like, oh my god, like, holy shit, like it is a thing that does happen still. Like I don't know, in my brain I was like, oh yeah, it's not. I don't know, it doesn't really happen that much. And then it just happened. Like, he literally did. He just, like, pushed me up against the wall. And I was like, up against this wall, okay, what the fuck is going on right now? And then I feel bad because the woman that I am, I'm just like, well, fuck you, cool, you've just helped me write another song. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm like, again, it's that driving power. I'm like, dope. Like, what is it about a super masculine woman that really gets under your under your thing? Like, I've had just like male friends stop being like friends with me, like legit, just because I've become a lot more masculine than I used to be when I was at Villa. And it's like, it's such an interesting, I don't know, it's such like an interesting topic. It's like, I don't know, because it's not everybody. It's literally not everybody, but like you say, I think there could potentially be just like
most people couldn't really care less.
Exactly. Like no one gives a fuck. Like exactly. But
and the people that do, it's obviously triggering something inside of them about something inside of them.
Literally. It's really
whatever
weird.
that is.
It's always like that 1%. It's never ever like, that's the thing.
True.
That's the way I always try to think of it, because I'll walk around and I'm literally like, I could be in a room full of 100 people, 99 of them are going to be like, I don't give a fuck, and then there'll be one dude that'll be like, your mullet's shit, bro, look at mine, and I'll be like, okay. I'll be like, okay, yeah, that looks cute, but you know what I mean? Like, and so but I guess in a way, I think it sounds highly ironic, but stemming all the way back to the start.
God, it really sounds, when you say ironic, it sounds like erotic.
Again, super ironic, going back to the church. No, but it's super ironic going back to the start, because I think a lot of my strength has literally just come from like, I'm like, I don't honestly care what any being could come up to me and say, because I'm like, I already got told that whatever is up there is going to put me down under, so I'm like, okay, go for it. I'm like, go for it. Like, it will never hurt as much, and that's the thing. I think that's the thing for a lot of people. People
have to kind of make their peace with everything, right?
Hard out. Making your peace with stuff is really important. Like forgiving. I'm a really big believer in like forgiving but not forgetting. Like you've got to allow yourself to, like, there's like a couple of one of them moved away, but there was a duo of dudes in Christchurch who like they wrote like a diss track about me last year and like all this stuff, and it was really but I found it really ironic to watch, because it was ironic. Oh my god.
You totally said ironic then.
I just found it really ironic to watch though, because they did with that diss track and stuff, it was like a lot of like, obviously they were speaking their truth and stuff, and they were just like,
truth or hate?
It was, I don't even know, but I mean, they were doing it, and like, all power to them. Like I will never sit here and be like, you're not allowed to do that, because that's not how music works. And I literally sat there when I heard it. My friend showed me it, and I was like, huh? Like, I was like, I'm literally 20 years old and I have a diss track. How is this? Okay, I was like, dope. But I just found it really ironic, because they were, I think, they got upset about something and they were really holding on to it, and then they spent like a whole year trying to really make something come to fruition, and then it never did. And then the ironic thing about me is I'm someone like, God, if this shit had happened like 2 years ago, I would have been like, from the bells, like, here's 1 million diss tracks back. But just maturing and being like a mature 20-year-old, I was like, because they were older as well, they were like 24 or 23, so that was, it was pretty, I think it was a better testament, like we were talking about before, a better testament to them and who they are. Totally. Because I just kept my mouth shut, and I was just like, dope, like, those are your feelings, 100% so valid. I'm not going to invalidate them. I'm just going to let you have that diss track, but again, I'm just going to put all that driving force into my own thing, and
use it as fuel.
For
your own
such a smart way to deal with it.
Yeah, legit.
It really is.
You don't ever need to just like, why bother with that drama triangle?
Otherwise, you're dealing with their, family upbringing, their
and you're just dealing with their baggage and their shit.
Yeah, like, oh my god, I already spilt it on myself. I'm so good at this. I'm so sorry. What was I going to say? Yeah, it's kind of like martial arts. Guys that are like really into martial arts,
they aren't gonna mess around with a street fight because they just know that it's totally stupid.
Videos. I know exactly
and they
what
would
you're talking about.
they would just be like, whatever, yeah. And that's not what it's about for them. It's kind of about fighting, but it's a whole different discipline and thing, and they do it in a club, and it's
they don't need to prove themselves. They've already done it.
No, they don't need to prove themselves, and if someone wants to try to beat them up, they can just turn around and walk away. They don't want to fight.
And it was really ironic because I can't even remember. I'm pretty sure it was just before I dropped Parasite. And so it was really ironic because it was really ironic just because I dropped it, and then some people were like, oh my god, is this your diss track back? And I was like, no, this is called depression, this is called religious trauma, this is my own reflection of things. But then in a way it did have like some elements of just like, there was like two guys involved. One of them was just like a completely irrelevant like ranger, but the other one, he was like in the situation, he got like he did get a bit hurt. So 100% I was like, oh damn, oopsies. So like in the song, like there's like an element of like, I am sorry dude, but the other guy, nah, he's just I think it's that thing of like friendships, even stemming into that a bit further, is like loyalties and stuff like that. Like sometimes people will just literally be like, I hate this person because you do, and it's like, dang, fair, that's fair, but why? Like it's funny how the body will do that.
That's how it works in just popular culture. A lot of people haven't really, like half the people just doing it because they haven't really thought it through, or they think,
I hate
everybody else hates.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Hey, so tell us about Rebekah's Buddies, or Becca's Buddies.
Oh my gosh, that was just, it's so random. It was like last year I was like, cool, we'll do Tealskie as a solo project, and then Tealskie's morphed into a band, and it's just like this beautiful, amazing thing, and that's really barrel rolled. And something I noticed when I was at these local gigs is I was like, I am allowed to swear on this, right?
I have to edit it out later, but no, that's fine. No,
okay. I know. You don't. Oh, right. I was like, am I allowed to swear?
Yeah, you can. We swear. We don't swear all the time, but sometimes we do.
No, I just need to put the emphasis on this. This just one sentence. I would go to these local places. I would see the dark room, Space Academy and stuff, and nobody was showing the fuck up for these amazing people. It was really sad. And there's nothing wrong with I've got a lot of friends that are DJs and they are in the D&B scene, but it's definitely created a huge culture shift, especially in the South Island. It definitely has happened to Dunedin, but in Christchurch, I've even had friends where I've been like, $10, literally, if you pay $10, you can go to this bar. You could probably sneak in alcohol. They're not really going to give a shit, but don't do that. But, you can do whatever you want. You can be whoever you want. You can go smoke whatever the hell in the back. You can come here and you can literally meet 3 bands and you can just sit there and you're just like, you have a 16-year-old, literally a 16-year-old shredding it on the gat, just insane. And then next minute you have a 70-year-old that's doing a spoken word thing. And I'm just literally sitting there and I'm like, what in the hell? This is amazing. This is culture, and this is what Ototahi needs more representation of.
And there's only a few people in the room.
And there's only a few people in the room. And I just literally was standing there and I was like, this is bullshit. And then I was like, lol, I don't even have a platform, but fuck it, I'm just going to try. And so then I was like, I literally just made a video on Instagram and was just it was me walking down, literally.
Yeah, we've seen it.
You've seen it. It's me walking down my driveway, and I'm like, hey guys, Ototahi needs more diversity. I dropped that, and then literally we did a Tealskie gig, and I did get a little bit sidetracked, but the whole time I was like, I need to make this happen. And a massive thing that me and all my friends say is there's 2 sides to Becca. So there's Bex, which is me right now, and then there's Kris Jenner, literally because Kris Jenner's out here hustling with her children, and she's made a billionaire empire. Obviously I'm not like that, but it's just this thing of I just sat there and I literally just DM'd RDU and was just lol, I think I just what is that? I think I deserve a show. I want it to be called Becca's Buddies. And I literally was here is the I'm so delusional. I was here's my audience. I think it's going to be this age bracket. This is what I'm going to do with it. This is what I want to da-la-la-la. And then Liam Donnelly, he just turned around and was like, oh my god, what? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And he was just yup. And he just greenlit it. And then I was like, oh my God, wait, what? And it was kind of like that thing, almost like having a weird dream. It was like, I woke up and was like, what? Oh my God. And then, I go in last week and again, I get your message and I'm like, that was literally my first broadcast. Like, I've got no idea what I'm doing, but I'm just like, fuck it. I'm going to get on that mic. I'm going to spread some love and just also like make people eat weird things, do weird challenges.
Yeah.
I hate it when people are just like, I'm not in regards to this at all. I'm having a very pleasant time right now. This is very, very nice. This is really nice.
That's
guys.
to come.
No,
that's to come.
We're
still going to... No, it's not.
I was like, really? Oh my God.
Well,
No,
I mean... Yeah.
What the bloody hell? What the hell was in that bottle?
Yeah, come on.
When the guy said, I can taste a sriracha.
Yeah, no. And so what I did is I got a Gatorade bottle and I opened it up. It was like literally teal. It was like a bright blue Gatorade, and I just like tipped out like a quarter of it, and then I was like, how can I be evil? Like, but not evil, like, because I don't want to like accidentally like mix something together and it like fucks some stuff up. But I was like, oh.
But I thought that's what the lollies were meant to do,
yes,
and react.
And so that's the thing.
And like, I thought, those science projects where they pour that stuff and the foam comes like out of their mouth.
So
I was like, just wait for it.
Just wait for it, because I put in so many different types of vinegar. Like, it was so bad. Like, so many different types of vinegar. Like little bits of like little like acidy things and stuff like that, and then I like literally put in like lemon juice, and then I put in sriracha, a bit of mustard. It was so bloody foul.
That makes me think of the Menthos Coca-Cola thing.
Yes, I did.
Like, what happens if people eat Menthos and then drink Coca-Cola?
And that's the thing. I have seen a
just kind
video
of
of it, and it
explode out of
does.
their mouth?
It just and I wanted to do that, but then I was like, because that was really funny.
You're in a studio.
Yeah, I was in a studio and it would just ruin everything. And so like, I don't know if you've seen the video on YouTube, but I have like a Becca's Buddies bucket, and so they just like all were just like into the bucket, and it was really funny because I said to them at the start, I was like, I don't think it's gonna make you vomit. Like, I don't know. And then we were looking in the bucket at the end, and me and Aaron, the bassist for St. Peter says that he was like,
there's corn in there.
Yeah, no, legit. It was like, it was green, and we were like, because the bottle was black, so we were like, that's a bit of bile. That's someone's bile or breakfast. But that was super chaotic. I'm definitely not gonna lie to you.
So you're kind of planning a few little things like that for your other guests?
Yes, definitely. I've actually got D&B Boys on Wednesday, and that's going to be really, really fun because I can't really say what I'm doing, but I've got this really cool little like challenge thing, which I think is going to be really cool, because I just really love the idea. Because again, like, this is a super, like we were literally discussing before we started this is a super unique way to do a podcast, like especially in Christchurch. Like, I don't know, like, maybe this is just me being a dumbass, but I don't know any other podcasts in Christchurch where they're in a coffee shop. Like, that's really cool, super unique. I really like it. And the thing that's really cool is with the Becca's Buddies thing, I was like, like, it's on radio, but how do I like make it way more personal? Like, so you record it and you put it on YouTube as well. Yeah, like I'm again, this is like the Kris Jenner thing. It was like on Wednesday, I'm not even kidding, I wake up, I literally go to RDU, and I'm like, like all my eggs in a basket, literally sat down, did the broadcast, went home, got the audio file, immediately uploaded it to Spotify, got the video file, immediately edited it within like 2 hours, did little clips and stuff, and then it was like 7 p.m. on that Wednesday, and I had already had the YouTube video was up, I was already promoting it on like everywhere. I had the Insta Reels, the TikTok little clips and stuff, and then I just immediately uploaded it to Spotify. So now it's on Spotify as well. And one of my friends was just like, "Do you ever just stop?" And I was like, "No." That's cool. You could teach me a lot, because I just put it onto YouTube. I didn't mean it like that. I mean, like, I could help you put it on.
Oh, no.
Oh my God, that sounds so bad.
Because you've got this Linktree thing. No, people think it's easy, but I'm like, quite, I feel like I'm a dinosaur, and I'm like trying to work out how to, I'll upload it to my website, upload it to YouTube, but I think you can just get it all happening at once. You really can. No, but that is the thing, magic. You're not even a dinosaur, because I actually have had other bands, because like a big thing about, like, just going back to like our band with Tealskie, a big thing that we've done is I tried to find a market. Like, me and Tim, we were like sitting down, and I was like, Tim, I actually think if I put on a fucking awful plaid jacket and go,
kia ora and good evening. We're here at the Pilgrim Coffee Shop. Like, you know, I was like, if I do that, I reckon people are going to get engaged. And he just looked at me and he was
love
like,
that character.
It's such a fun
That's a
character,
cool character,
right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, that might make me sound egotistical. I'm not meaning it in that way.
Not,
it's just
no,
like,
cool. I'm telling you.
fun.
I'm telling
yeah.
you.
You've got to enjoy it as well.
Yeah,
totally.
it is fun because it's even been like, I have been around town and people have literally just been like breaking news, and I've been like, hey, like what the hell? How have you? I've been like, how have you realised that? But it was really cool because it was a really cool way of us for marketing Tealskie. And the funniest thing is now, if I literally like post a video of myself and I'm like, hi guys, nobody gives a shit. Like they're like, man, but I'll put that plaid jacket on and they're like, yo, or like Tim, he'll do like, we've got this thing where he's like Rob, I can't pronounce it, he's gonna hate me for it, I can't pronounce the real name we've given him, it's like Rob Boss or something, but then he changes it every single time. His one goes on, so he had like Bong Ross and he's like taking the piss out of Bob Ross.
Oh, Bob Ross.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
and then he's gonna like create like all these other different characters, because I was like, for the marketing world of Tealskie, I want it to just be like, literally, welcome to the most chaotic world where like there's a million different characters, and like I've directed our next video which is also going to go that way. But the whole reason why I started that tangent is because other bands have actually like approached me and been like, how did you do it like that? And I've literally just been like, no, just raw dog it, just do whatever like aligns with you and just like go with it. But it is the thing, there's no crash course, like again, like we were saying at the start on marketing, you've got no idea what to do. It's just like you just sit there and then it's like, well now what? And then you'll do something and then it will flop and then you're like, well what? But then you'll do it again and then it will do well, and then it's like, huh?
I think just doing what goes with you, that's such great advice.
Exactly.
Yep.
Totally. It's an
wisdom
intuitive,
condensed.
intuitive thing, and you don't want it to come across as too contrived and stuff like that. It just needs to have that
fake.
raw energy.
Well, it's got to come out of that same raw energy that pissed you off about the Roman Catholic Church and all that stuff.
Yeah, and just all that stuff, because it is. It's one of those things like, and the biggest thing that I say, like I'm now trying to instill within Becca's Buddies is like, my last thing that I like say before I go is just like, speak your truth, like be whoever you want to be and just fucking send it, like legit, like and that's in every area. Like if you are like, it doesn't matter, like in my brain I don't view anybody any lesser for anything that they do. You could come out here and be like, I'm a librarian, I'll be like, you're the best damn librarian, you get that shit, because every single job has this beautiful respective like thing within it itself. And so I'm just like, no matter what industry you're in, just do it. And that's the thing with Becca's Buddies, is I don't actually have just musicians. Like it's actually going to be like, I'm getting I've asked builders, because I work at Mankind Barbers in the Tannery, and as well as Arta. I have like so many different jobs. It's pretty crazy. But a lot of my clients that come through, like one of them, he was so lovely, he literally gave me a family pass to the International Antarctic Centre. That was like really kind. And so I'm getting these men on it as well, because I don't, and I'll definitely ask you guys to come on as well, because it's one of those things where it's like, I don't believe in within radio and just within like talking about community, just a woman I do not believe in any way at all that it's like, cool, that's just musicians, because they're not the only creatives. Like a dude that will go out there every single Sunday morning and he just goes out into his backyard and he paints one blue line. I'm like, cool, you're a creative. You are still a creative. If you are doing anything that you just love, you cherish, it is your thing, you are like, that's your shit.
I'm just cracking up at the guy that does the blue line.
He does the one blue line, the teal bus. But legit, the teal bus, no.
Look, get where you need to go.
Get where you need to go. Amen.
Look at that.
Tealskie. But like,
serendipitous.
Legit, serendipitous, but it's true. It's like, I just love it. And I love the idea of just being like, cool, you think that we need to just give people that like legit, like how am I any more interesting? Like legit, how am I any more interesting than the builder next door? Like literally, I go, oh, la 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 la. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I do that, and some people are like, damn. But it's like, I love it because I sit there as a barber. I stand there as a barber, and the men that sit in my chair, they are just so funny, and they say such good stuff. The sitting down barber, the hands backwards, just no, but like that's it. I should.
You're so laid back.
Yeah, maybe that's my next one.
You could be the singing barber.
I know. The barbershop quartet moment, legit. No, I do. One day I'd love to have my own shop. That would be pretty cool. But
look, making coffee isn't dissimilar to that type of thing. You've got customers coming in all the time, and you have intense conversations with people. You're with the hairdresser or the barber, it's like usually for half an hour or something, or an hour.
Yeah.
But here it's a lot quicker.
Definitely.
But we still kind of meet people.
Of
And
course.
I was the same. I felt the same. I was just like, flip, there's all these incredible people.
Yeah.
We have some people who are like, customers that are incredibly wealthy.
Yeah.
And then we've got just random homeless people,
Yep.
all sorts. And
course.
everyone in
Yep.
between there. And like, I don't know, I just love talking to all of them. And I kind
It's
of,
incredible.
there's something in all of them that I love. And it's kind of exciting
I've
and
actually
nice.
befriended a homeless man. Like, I'm not even we're actually I would be like, yeah, because he's.
What's his name?
Well, he hasn't
I think
told
it
me
could
his
be
name
Paul.
other than he's got a beard and he's got a star tattoo here. He hasn't told me his name, but we've just talked because I think he again thinks I'm a guy, and I'm just like, whatever, we'll roll with that. But it's legit. No, but it was because it's really funny that you say that, because as well within Arta Barbering, just being a facilitating tutor in there, a big thing we have is we'll have homeless people. They'll just come off on the street, and a big thing that we do is we are reteaching the children. Grow the fuck up, have some respect, that's a person.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. Everything about the Arta barbering course, it's really awesome, because you come in, and I'm not even just saying that because I work there, it's a beautiful thing, because I think a lot of people do forget that when someone is homeless or when someone is a drug addict, that is someone's baby. That is someone's baby on the side of the road. How dare you? When people sit there, or maybe this might be because I'm also Irish, this might be my opinions coming out strong, but I don't believe when people are like, I'm not going to give them any money. Well, fuck you, bro. I would if I was homeless and my whole life was falling apart. Why? I don't blame these people spending $20 on weed or crack. It's an awful way to live, and so I think it's really beautiful that they do feel safe to come in here. That is a very commendable thing, because there are so many places around here that are piss off, and they don't treat them like they're human.
Yeah.
And so really great job, guys. That's amazing.
We're just happy to have anybody in here.
Exactly. Exactly.
Come in, guys.
Yeah, it's just come in, and that's the whole thing. I guess that's the whole thing about, because I went and deep dived on the podcast and watched a couple ones and was ooh, this is so interesting. Oh my gosh. And that's the thing, that's the vibe I definitely get from you guys. It's just welcome into the shop, legit, just welcome in, whoever you are. That's vibe, and that's beautiful. That's a really cool thing to have, especially in the city.
You can get that pomposity in certain fields of life, in academia and so forth, and you get these
definitely not
little
that
pompous little bubbles. And it's that same status thing.
Definitely.
Yeah, real interesting.
It is real interesting.
And it can become very prescribed in a sense, you want to do a podcast? This is how you do it.
Yeah.
Go on, 10 top tips. This is, you've got to do this introduction.
Yeah.
Then you've got to follow it up with
Legit.
this, and then you've got this, and then you've got to summary it or whatever. I don't know.
And it's
who cares?
And who cares?
To be fair, I didn't really prepare any questions for you, but I knew deep down that I wasn't going to have a problem.
Yeah. And that's really
we weren't
funny
going to have a
you
problem
say
with
that.
conversation.
Yeah. God,
Whereas
no. I could
a lot of
talk
the
to
other
a wall.
Yeah. So there's yeah.
Legit. No, I'm not even
You
kidding.
have.
How did they know? Damn it.
Yeah. So we but then other people I need to do a lot of I do need to craft a bunch of questions, and I need to think about them quite carefully.
Yeah.
Because I've been caught off a few times.
Well, that is the
old
thing. Is it is actually really funny that you say that, and it's actually quite nice that you say that, because that is something that quite often I get. Again, it goes back right to our thing at the start of being a masculine woman. Even the co-director of our next video, he literally was to me, I thought you were going to be a bitch. He was based off of everything, I thought you were going to be a bitch,
good.
bro. You looked like you were going to be mean. And then he met me and was what the hell? You literally right off the bat, you're cuddle. That's my thing. Anybody, I'm here's a cuddle. I'm going to break that. I know you don't like personal space. Give me a cuddle. I'm immediately I'm coming in, and not in the way of being I'm now in your life, but I'm just hey, what's up? I hope you feel this energy, because I'm super, I'm not chakras and crystals, because I don't 100% understand it, but I love and respect the people that are into that. That is so cool. But my thing is, I've got this thing where I'm I believe in the universe, and I literally what I said this morning, I do believe that the universe was yep, this was meant to happen. And then look, that Cantor things happen. You said that random thing about serendipity. It's all these little things, they do happen, and I think they happen for a reason. And it's really cool because people, oh my God, I'm going to sound so delusional when I say this, but I literally every day, oh my God, and I've made some of my friends do it so they can actually, like, they will be able to vouch me on it. Every day I go outside, I literally put my hands up to the sky and I go, thank you so much for the air I breathe. Thank you so much for the life that I have. Thank you so much for the gift of just being able to sing above average. And thank you for the gift of actually, like, because I call it a gift of making people feel comfortable, because there have been so many times where I've just like met people and they've just immediately been like, oh my God. And they've just like told me some really deep stuff. And then I've just been like, yo, like, are you okay? Like, hey, da la la la. And they're just like, no, but there's like this comforting energy about you. And I'm like, cool. I really want to preserve that whilst also having that juxtaposition of like, could I mug you? No, I wouldn't. I would never, because I'm a baby. But yeah.
But you've got to know all those different faces inside of yourself. And that,
exactly.
If you don't, it creates anxiety and stuff.
Exactly, yeah.
That's a good point, Milton. Totally.
Thanks, man.
Milton is spitting some bars today.
Yeah, bro.
Damn.
Spitting some shit
some
out.
facts. No, but it is true. I'm a really firm believer in there's probably 18 different sides to you, and I don't know them, but I maybe have gone in to see like 2 today. Yeah. I think I've seen a little bit of cheeky Mr. Milton over here, and I love it.
Oh, we've got
it's cute. I love
we've got
it.
zillions of sides to us.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I loved about your video when you were in the living room.
Yeah.
And your different.
Yeah, that's right.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
I totally loved it.
Yeah, and like even on the radio show, like I literally but I brought my plaid jacket in and was like, and now we're doing the Becca on the benches. Like, no, I called it banter on the benches, and I'm literally sitting there like, if you could have any liquid expelled from your finger, what would it be? Like, it's complete. It makes no sense, but that's the thing. It's like I love the fact that like because people do, they're literally like, Becca, you're so fucking chaotic. Like they're literally like, you're so chaotic. You're a big entity, and I'm like, yeah, but also like, come see me on a Tuesday night. I am going to be dead silent in my flat. Like, I'm not going to be talking. I'm actually going to be like, damn. Or like meet me when we're talking about, I don't know, like legit homelessness, or like a big thing that I'm also doing within Becca's Buddies as well is I've started organising it as well, because I'm doing a bunch of like charity gigs and stuff like that, because what I'm actually doing is I'm expanding it into Becca's Buddies Better Together gigs. And so I'm sick of people being like, I'm going to perform, give me money. Well, like not anybody that I know, but just like bigger people doing that, being like, give me the money, and they take it all to themselves, like 100% go for it. But what I'm doing is I'm going to do these gigs, and it's going to be any band. Like, I don't care. Like, I just want it to be a beautiful showcase of local music. But the entry fee is you've got to give 2 to 3 cans of food. And if you show up to that door and you say, no, I'm going to go, get out. Get out. Because here's the thing. So you can go to an ATM and you can get $10 out, but you can't go to the grocery store and spend $3 on just like 3 little it doesn't matter. Like, just go for some sweet corn, go for a little bit like that. And then what I'm also going to do is have like little clothing racks, because it's going to be any clothes, like legit, even if you can't if legit, because obviously in this day and age, like even $3 to some people is quite a lot. So like if you can't afford that, bring like an old top or something that, you know, like isn't something that you want anymore, because I'm completely trying to like
you're encouraging
switch and encouraging it, because I want to support
people to exercise their ability to give and also show gratitude.
Exactly, because I think especially in this day and age, I think like again, like if I said this to some people, they'd be like, you bitch. But I do think some people think some issues are bigger than others, and like that just goes for a multitude of things. I'm not meaning anything in regards to like war or anything like that, just like little tiny things. Like I've heard people be just like, oh my god, like I can't afford this Glassons top, or like, oh my god, like I can't afford to go to this festival. And I'm like, dude, there is literally someone next door that can't even afford to fucking have Weet-Bix, and you could, like, obviously that's not invalidating their own thing, like I'm not saying that at all, but it's just like I just really want within Becca's Buddies to just be this thing of like, just in the back of your mind, like, let's have this thing. And so when we come to a local gig, in our minds, we're supporting these local people, but then when we go home, we know that we've actually done something that will help our community as well. And like I think it's going to hopefully become a really big, beautiful thing next year.
That's a good character, by the way. Oh my god, this Glassons top, I can't afford it. That's another good character.
It is, maybe I should do that one. Yeah, that should be the next one. But again, like, don't get me wrong, like there are people like legit, and that will devastate them, and legit, all fair rights to them. But I just want people to just have that little thing in the back of their mind of just like, fuck, there is. Because I used to do breakfast in schools at Riccarton Primary School, and that was so I was like at Villamira College, but I was getting up at like 6 or like 5 a.m. and I was going down and I was bringing my own personal Yui boom and I'm like with the kids and they're all like, oh yeah, and I'm like, let's go, like legit. And I was like they were teaching me how to do like somersaults and stuff. Like it was amazing. Cool. And the biggest thing that I've actually found, oh my gosh, like why does it make me want to cry? But like legit, the biggest thing I've found like since leaving high school and everything is I'm like, fuck those kids. Like, oh God, it eats me up. Like it literally eats me up every day because I'm like, these kids, like I would go there and they're like, oh my God, like you're giving me Weet-Bix, like I'm not going to eat for the rest of the day. And then I'm going to Villa and then there's girls there that are like, so like on the weekend, I'm going to like cheese and crackers and what? And I'm just sitting there and I'm like 100%, like that's so valid and fair. Like, and that's not any particular person. That's just like, just high schoolers, you know what I mean? Yeah. And so then I'm sitting there and I was just like, oh my God, and oh my gosh. And there were so many people at Villa that have done amazing. Like I could list like all of the girls that have gone out there and are doing incredible things. Like it is really good for that. But it was just so eye-opening being like,
well, there was a contrast. Fuck. Yeah. And that's cool. Like you're a little ray of light to those kids and providing them with something. You know,
they were such a ray of light to me.
Exactly, eh? Exactly.
That's the thing. I didn't view it the other way around.
Often that's the way. Yeah.
I love those kids, man.
They bless you back way more than you can actually bless them. Yeah.
And like that's the thing. It's like even me saying that now, I'm sure there'll be people that will be like, oh, I didn't even know you did that. And it's like, because I didn't want to like project it out there. I just wanted to do that just for like this little thing of like, and the only reason why I'm doing like the Becca's Buddies thing and I'm going to do the Better Together gigs, and then another thing I'm doing is I'm going to hopefully go into schools, but I'm also going to get t-shirts made and it's going to say Becca's Buddies and on the front, and then on the back it's going to say because everyone deserves a buddy, and it's going to go towards like neurodivergent like I'm just going to call it healthcare, like just getting more money towards that. I'm also getting more money towards just like bullying stuff in schools and stuff like that, just like all of that, because I don't know, I just in my brain I'm like I can see this beautiful little hub and I can see that there's like a spark for it in Christchurch, and there are so many awesome people that I know will just get involved, but fuck, life just gets busy, and sometimes people just need someone to be like, hey, do you want to come and do this with me? And they're like, oh my God, 100%, like I totally want to get involved, I'm sorry I've just been busy with this, and it's like, totally all good, let's go and do it. And like that's what I'm really excited for, is because I think it's starting to happen. I mean, I've just accidentally just like dropped my big announcement for next year, but I don't even care because like, you know what I mean? Like when it happens, it'll be a really beautiful thing, and I'm sure I'm going to hit you guys up.
I mean,
exactly.
No, like, that's what me and Milton are doing.
legit. No, but even if someone even did steal it, I'd be like, well, fucking good. Like it's at least it's doing a good thing. Like I don't care. Like if someone was like Tealskie round 2 and then tried to do Parasite round 2, I'd be like, oh, like this is a bit weird, but like like if someone actually just wants to go out there and do charity gigs, be my guest, bro. Like I actually would rather want that. Like that's cool. Like, but also don't do it for a personal gain. Do you know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah, it's got to. Yeah, you got to have the right head on.
Shuts down the power of
and this is highly ironic, and this will definitely sound really ironic, and this will sound very funny, but I actually do have the church to thank for that, which is really ironic. But when I was growing up, the church that I was involved in consistently clothing drives, and my mother, like such an amazing woman, she literally was one of the very first people within New Zealand to start the Young Vinnies, and she was literally, and so like her last name was Riley at the time, obviously now it's Pemberton, but she did a lot of stuff, and I like see so much of myself within my mum, within like the charity work and stuff she did, and just all of that stuff, because she also did like this like social work and everything like that as well, and it's just like, oh damn, genetics are brazy, they're so it's crazy. Do you feel like you've got
yeah, for sure. Look, it is, and you grapple with that as you age, and there's things that you want to keep, things that you want to give away, and it's kind of a journey. But I mean, you have to deal with all of it. You
just pick up all the little stones and put them in your little bag, and you go, cool, I'm going to carry them with me. And then sometimes you go, oh, don't need that one anymore.
Yeah, totally,
for sure. Hey, Rebekah, we're coming to an end because we need to
open the cafe.
We basically have to open the cafe and try and make money.
I just wanted to ask, what you said your dad was cardiovascular professor.
Yes, my father is a cardiovascular professor.
What does it involve? What does that?
So he started off. It's like, it was really funny you were saying the academic thing. I'm really grateful. Then some of them aren't alive anymore, but two of my uncles got PhDs from Cambridge within physics and chemistry. And then
you got the smarts in your family.
They are. They're really they are unfortunately pancreatic cancer. That is again why I shaved my head. It is really unfortunate that they aren't alive anymore. But my dad had got his PhD within biology, and then he started specialising within cardiovascular tree work, and it's been pretty incredible. Like, he's won a Lilly medal, which is a really beautiful accomplishment to get within New Zealand science, and pretty much what he specialises in is angina. And so when the COVID stuff was happening, it was so funny you're talking about conspiracies and stuff. COVID stuff's happening, people were getting those heart murmurs. My dad's I don't think that's all good. And my brother, he actually got the injection. My dad is not anti-vax. That is not, he's not that or anything. It's not like that. It's just when, I don't actually know 100%, but when my brother got the injection, my older brother, I've got three, the older brother, he got a heart murmur, and my dad was like, what the hell? That's not cool. And so, I don't know, it's been this really cool thing of, I guess, it's going back to the point start.
You got to look at what's on the table. And
legit.
You don't want to be screwed around with what's may or may not be happening.
Exactly. Speaking of on the table, he used to dissect, if there was a mouse that died, I love you, Dad, for this, for real. He would actually, if there was a mouse, because we had an old house and we had a dog and stuff, and that dog would get the mouse or whatever, he would literally be like, you want to see something? Dissect it and literally just show us every part. And I would just sit there and be like, that's sick. And then another awesome thing he has done is, he literally made a rat's heart beat outside of its body in an incubator. And I was 12 when he showed me this. So this was I'm 22 now.
That's great.
That's some pretty sick stuff. And he's just a really, I don't know, I feel very blessed to have on my mother's side, it's super Irish, and there's a lot of teachers, and there's a lot of kind of that social work and a lot of community stuff. And then on my father's side, it's still 1,010% the same, but there's this beautiful academic thing. And even though I don't 100% my older siblings are lawyers, and my other brother's a debt collector / accountant over in Australia, and my two older siblings literally my older brother was literally a lawyer at Chapman Tripp, my sister a lawyer at Sawyers Robinson Brown, real academic stuff. And so even to be just the creative person I am, I still don't even people be like, you're so cool, and I'm I am nothing compared to my family. I feel I'm such a loser, holy shit. But then it's that thing of, I just have to switch the tint on the glasses and go, no, I am so proud of them. I will stand, legit. Went to my brother's admission to the bar, my sister's admission to the bar when my brother moved over to Australia. I'm I love you guys. Legit, you go conquer whatever industry you're in. And my dad, I'm just so proud. But it's a good thing because I've switched out of that. But definitely when I left high school, I was oh my God, I'm a fucking failure. But then now I'm nah, I'm a failure with a little bit of swag. Nah.
Man. That's the way to roll.
Oh, that's so good, eh?
Beautifully answered.
Oh my gosh.
That's our menu. Pick a breakfast.
Breakfast.
And look, I hate to do this, but we're going to have to wrap it up.
No, legit. I probably went over time for you guys anyway.
But
yeah, it's cool. You've got a 2-hour slot, right? Is it a 2-hour? Yeah.
Yeah, when me and Liam were talking about it, he was like, shit, you're a personality, and where do we put that in the week? And I was just and he was like, I think 2 hours. And I was like, yeah, I do agree with you. I think I'm probably... And then I think he was a little bit when that first broadcast happened, I think all of them, because obviously it's we've just literally let this random person that has no media training, I'm literally not qualified in anything. I don't know how to work a radio. I don't actually... I don't even know how to work that.
Seriously, I just press 2 buttons.
Yeah.
And it seems to be okay.
And it's working really well. But that's the thing is I was just and then we finished the broadcast. You messaged in and was oh my gosh, hey, do you want to come on mine? And I'm oh my gosh. And then apparently they got loads of positive things. So I was fuck, okay, every week 2 hours, let's go. Is this 2 hours? I don't even know how long we've been here
that's
for.
Just 1 hour.
I think we've probably been going 1 hour 20 minutes. But I mean, once you get into it, time just flies. I mean, it's fine. We're loving it.
We're having so much fun.
Yeah.
Legit. You should literally invite Tim on. or like Anand, or like just literally get the whole of Tealskie. We'll
whoever.
come in here. We'll do like a whole live
Look,
performance.
Well, I was playing their music all yesterday. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, are we talking about St. Peter's?
Yeah, St. Peter's.
Yeah.
I was just getting more and more into it the more it carried on. It was like taking me for the ride.
You've got no idea. They have got this EP, and like, because I'm the woman I am, I've got all the little, they've given me all their little secret they've given me all their little secret, you're going to die, Milton. Their next EP is phenomenal. It's going to blow and that's the thing, it's going to blow Death Cell out the water. How do you even do that? Like, how do you even do that?
Awesome.
I just hope you're excited.
I am.
And Tealskie, we've got a song coming out in December. I was about to drop the date.
Yeah.
We've got a song coming out in December, and it's going to come out really soon, and hopefully you guys will like that one.
Yeah.
Hopefully
I'm guessing it's not like Christmas theme.
No, it's not Christmas
it's
themed.
not
No, it's definitely not Christmas themed. Nah, jokes. It's actually Mariah Carey, like What I Want for Christmas Round 2, but death metal version.
Okay, I'm
I'll
gonna
let you shut
switch
me up.
Let's just slam it down. Slam it down. Oh, Bex, have you chosen a breakfast?
Oh my gosh, what?
Yep.
I don't even know. Holy shit.
Just grab your finger and point at one.
I don't even. I'm really indecisive, so I'll put that there, and I'll let you wrap your thing up.
All right.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
You guys.
Shut it down.
Bye.